everyone, I'm back and today I'm going to be reacting to your K-pop opinions. You guys left comments on my last video and I'm just gonna give my opinion on what I think. So, why wait? Let's get started. There were a lot of opinions and comments, so I'm just gonna give my opinion on like the things that I know about. Like, I don't want to give my opinion on shit that I like don't know anything about. So if I don't react to yours, that's just because I didn't have a lot of knowledge on the topic. All right, let's go. All right, first opinion from multi fandom trademark and a lot of other people. Killing Me is better than Love Scenario. Um, I don't know if I agree with this. Those songs are so different. I really like Love Scenario or Love Scenario, whichever one you want to say. People say my pronunciation is bad, but yeah, Love Scenario. What? That song was it. Are you kidding me? That's like maybe song of the year, honestly. Icons Love Scenario, song of the year. But I don't necessarily think Killing Me was better. Mm, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I love Scenario. Next one from broke K-pop fan who lost her wig. Literally me. I like Signal by Twice. It is such a bop. Um, this just isn't it for me. I like Twice. I just really didn't. Signal was okay. It just like I got sick of it really quick, which I kind of find myself doing with a lot of Twice's songs. But I mean, they had way better songs that year. Like Likey, like that song is such a bop. Oh my god, way better than Signal, in my opinion. Should have won Song of the Year if anything. Um, yeah, but no, Signal isn't it for me. All right, so this person has a couple from Shangaroo. Stray Kids vocal line is getting slept on. Blank Pink aren't the third generation queens of K-pop, and stop sleeping on leaders in groups. I agree. Stray Kids is getting so slept on. Like, y'all really need to start standing talent because there's so much wasted like potential with Stray Kids. Like, you guys really need to get into them. Blackpink, I agree. Blackpink aren't necessarily the third generation queens of K-pop. Like they don't even have double digit songs yet. They don't even have 10 songs. So like I don't get how they could be the queens of K-pop yet. I mean, I'm sure they could get there, but I think the jury's still out for that. But as of right now, Twice are probably the queens of K-pop as of right now for the third generation. And then who's sleeping on leaders and groups? I really don't understand what you're talking about because I'd say like majority of the time leaders are the like everyone's most favorite in groups. I can't think of an example of where it's not, but I mean I can, but no, leaders aren't getting slept on. Anyways, sis, what you doing? I'm watching NCT videos. Go away says my ultimate group is BTS, but the Love Yourself era was pretty shitty except for Love Yourself Her. That's really interesting. I really like DNA. Like I think that's my favorite title track out of the Love Yourself era. Um, but that's interesting because a lot of people have been saying like BTS's music quality has gone down ever since they debuted. So, and I've thought about doing a video on it. So if anyone wants me to like do a video on that, I will 100% will. But I don't know if it was shitty. I liked Idol. Fake Love was not it for me. I don't know. Uh, but Idol was good. DNA was good. I didn't listen to any of the other songs on the albums, but I don't think it was shitty. Definitely, if it was shitty, it would not get the recognition it did. So, uh, nah. All right, this is from Lot, another Twice opinion. All the singers seem to not get any professional vocal training in mechanic of singing. Well, they clearly do. Like, I'm sure you cannot be an idol and not get any type of vocal training, even though it does sound like it. I'm not really into Twice's vocals. Like, they don't really do anything for me. I don't really consider them very strong as a vocal group. Like, I agree. It does seem like they don't train, I guess. Like, I really don't know, but I see where you're coming from with that opinion. From Mel C, everyone assumes that you like BTS if you're a K-pop fan, but I don't like their music. I have tried. I agree. Like whenever you say, that's why I'm like so reluctant to say I'm a K-pop fan because everyone just assumes that you're like an army or like you really like BTS. Because I feel like the image people have of BTS fans is like really crazy, really passionate, sort of like I guess sort of Korea booish, but also just so cringy, and that's why I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a K-pop fan, but I don't like BTS. Nothing against BTS really, just against like the army and like their reputation. Uh, yeah, I feel that. I feel that 100%. From exoplasmic reticulum, they say K-pop is an escape mechanism. I don't think this person meant for this comment to be like hella deep, but I'm just gonna take it there because like I think it's hella deep. I sort of talked about this in my EXP edition video, where the reason why I feel like people were so mad and like angered by them is like obviously because of like their controversies and like the way of their formation, but also because like K-pop up to that point was like something really exotic and like different for like international fans, and it was like its own entire like different world, like so removed from like your everyday life and like the American music industry, and like people like sort of like felt comfort in it because it was so different and like helped them escape almost. So then like when people saw something like familiar to them in K-pop, like these four white boys trying to like make a band and like make it big, um in something that's supposed to be foreign to them, like the K-pop industry, they got really like defensive and angry. So I definitely think K-pop is like an escape mechanism for a lot of people. It definitely is for me. Like I don't like it. I don't know. I think that's also why international fans don't like it when K-pop groups like release songs in English. Like it's nice fan service, but at the same time I'm like no one really asked for this necessarily. Like you always want it to be like sort of this own reserved thing. Like you don't want it to like mesh in with like your actual life. You want it to be like this separated thing. I don't know. I really like that opinion though. I totally agree. Okay, hashtag Army YG and JYP Stan has a lot, so I'm just gonna try to like quick fire. What the fuck? Rapid fire through these. One, BTS's Fake Love is terrible. It was my least favorite title track of the Love Yourself era, so maybe. Blackpink is eventually gonna flop. Every K-pop group is eventually gonna flop. Like, shut up. Streaming is pretty pointless. I've already said, kind of, to be honest, agree. Um, Blackpink's new album was horrible. Only the title track was good. Disagree. What the fuck? All four songs in that album were so good. What the hell are you even talking about? Daesung has one of the best vocals in K-pop. It's so sad to see how he doesn't get enough lines in Big Bang songs. Oh my god. I don't think there's another opinion that I could agree with more. Thank you so much. Shipping idols that never had an interaction is just why, bitch. True, but like that is so fucking me. Like I'm so ashamed of it, but that is me. Jisoo's vocals are so much better than Rosé's. I don't think they're better necessarily, and not necessarily stronger. I do prefer Jisoo's voice over Rosé's majority of the time, but I wouldn't. That's a stretch to say that they're better. Um, K-pop React channels make me go insane. Me too. And K-pop is all about breaking YouTube records now. Kind of. I'd say so, which is annoying. That's why I'm like streaming literally doesn't mean anything. It's just breaking records and then like it gets like 100 million views in like the first week and then no one watches it for like the rest of the year. So, whatever. I don't know. All right, this next one, I can already see so many people getting mad at me. From Cindy Lee, she basically says BTS are like overrated and like main reason that they're mainstream is because of like their social media presence and like their fans just voting for them and like streaming their videos a billion jillion times. And that they don't really have any recognition for their music. I agree that, well, I don't really 100% agree. BTS are like super unique and they have like a super unique sound and stuff, but like I do see that like their biggest recognition, their biggest like driving force are their fans who do like their music, but they don't have any like public recognition. Like they never get radio play, they never get any, public recognition for their music. I definitely think a lot of it is their social media presence and just like their fans always pushing them to like break records and everything. But I don't know if they're necessarily known for their music. They're just known for being like super popular online with like their fans. Mm, maybe that's changing now actually. But that's just my opinion. Okay, from Alana. She thinks that the idea of choosing a bias is a propagandist way for companies to get us more invested in a group by going through all 5 or 7 or 12 members of a group and deciding which one is your favorite. You have to think about how connected you feel to each of the members and which one you have the strongest connection with. And it's just another way to get companies to get us more invested. Um, yes. Oh my God. This is another deep one, but I think she actually intended this to be deep. That is so true. Oh my God. I didn't even think about it until this person commented it. Like when you choose a bias and you're like going through like, oh my God, this person is like this reason and that reason. Oh my God. But how can you not? Like, I feel like innately you always like have it in the back of your head like, oh, this person's my favorite, this person's like my second favorite, like my bias wrecker, this person is, you know. It's hard, but like I totally see what she's saying. I definitely do that. I definitely like when I get into a group I'm like, oh my God, I like this guy. And then like after I watch like 10,000 videos of them later, it's like, oh no, this guy, but then that guy's my bias wrecker. That is so smart of what companies do. I will agree. And I think the way they market them too is like they like brand this one as like, oh, this is like the hard rapper guy, and this is like the sweet like vocalist. I don't know. 100% I agree though. From Type Track, basically just about NCT should stop promoting in America because it seems like SM is just pushing NCT 127 into interviews and they aren't really asked to be there. Yeah, it's like sort of like awkward. Like I know NCT, Chris and Tiffany, they went to the AMAs and I was like, what? I literally did not even know that. I literally turned on my TV and like people were tweeting about it and I was like, what the fuck? They're at the AMAs for what reason? Um, I think it should. I think if they're gonna break into the U.S. market, it should be more organically and more like naturally. I feel like SM shouldn't just push them there. I feel like they have to like build the audience instead of just SM like having them go to award shows where they're not really, yeah, I guess not really asked to be there. That's a little weird in my opinion. But I think they could do it if they just, break in a little naturally. I don't know, maybe. Okay, from Chain Bra Reaction. Red Velvet is the most versatile girl group and the one who releases quality music in this generation. I agree. Red Velvet really lives up to their name of being Red Side and the Velvet Side. Like, they can really do any concept. I am here for Red Velvet. Um, Most versatile girl group? I would say so. Yeah, I'd say so. Red Velvet, that's them. They're the most versatile girl group. Lara Antun says Blackpink need to improve their vocals. I was listening to Forever Young today and they just sounded bad. They sound way worse than they did last year and I honestly can't find an explanation for it. I really like songs like As If It's Your Last and Whistle because they sound really good, but in this last album everyone sounds tired, even in the studio version. Their live stages are getting worse and I hope it's not because of YG. Um Forever Young was recorded like 2 years ago. So that's probably why you think they sound like not as good as now, maybe. Um, I mean, everyone knows like the infamous MR removed of Blackpink, doo 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 doo, of that one where they sound like absolutely awful. I do agree that like apparently that video was like tampered with to make them sound worse than they actually did. But if it actually was them, like I feel like they did get worse. I don't understand why either, because like they had a year off, and you'd think that YG would like train them to like sing better. Because like if you watch like the Blackpink house of them doing their comeback um training, like there was nothing like vocal in it. There was like stuff like of them preparing it, but like none of it really had anything to do with vocals or anything. It was just like dance practice and like physical training. So I don't know. I'm sure they got vocal training, but maybe it wasn't a big part of it. Like, I don't know. But I do agree that they do sound a little like tired sometimes and that their live stages are getting like I'm like bored when I watch them sometimes on live stages. Like it's just not for me. I really like their debut, I think was their apex, their peak. But maybe they can top out again. I don't know. We'll see. Satsuki Hatake says people should stop caring if a band is more popular in Korea/Asia or the West. If they earn money, they earn money no matter where the currency comes from. It is the nature of music that there are some bands that are huge domestically and others huge internationally. I'd much rather worry about whether or not my groups have been able to pay off their debt than whether or not they're big in Korea. Money is money after all. I agree. It is like so annoying when people are so obsessed with like being big in the West versus being big in Asia or Korea. I get that like the West is like the number one music industry ever, but like now like I'm pretty sure K-pop industry in like Korea is like in the top 10 of music industries in the world. And Japan is number 2 after the Western market in music industry. So you're right. If it's and it's still a lot of people, whether it's a lot of people in the West or a lot of people in Asia, it's still a lot of people that your group is getting like exposed to and like making money from. So I agree that it really does not matter. It's a great accomplishment, but it is not everything, in my opinion. Multi fandom T, another BTS opinion. People in America only like BTS because they're hot Asian males and are part of the K-pop trend. I think BTS are like you're not giving them enough credit. They're more unique than people are like admitting. They're definitely like part of this. They're definitely the forefront of like this K-pop trend, which I don't know if it's gonna like go away. I definitely think it's like peaking right now, but I don't think it's gonna go away like definitely. It's sort of just like what people said, like the British invasion in like the 1960s or whatever the hell with the Beatles and like the Rolling Stones. Like now it's the Asian invasion and it's like BTS and like all these K-pop groups and like BTS is like in the forefront of it. Um but K-pop isn't really taken seriously as like an actual music genre. It's sort of more of just like, like young girls who are like really obsessed with like, the hot Asian guys, like what this person's saying. Um, I think the trend's gonna die down, not completely. I don't think people are just gonna like forget about K-pop and it's gonna go away forever, but it's definitely gonna be like gone. Like it's not gonna be in our faces all the time like it is now. Um, but I think BTS will stay around even if they enlist. Like people are still gonna like talk about them. I don't think they're just part of the trend. Who knows? And also just like adding to that argument, like Korean fans are still like insanely dedicated to like K-pop artists. Like in the West, I feel like people will just buy like maybe one or two of their faves like albums and maybe they'll like go to their concerts. But like Korean fan sites buy like 70 copies of like their faves albums and they like do all these crazy things. Like I feel like everyone knows that KNS are like absolutely fucking insane. But like they're very dedicated. And it's not like Korea is like a really lazy market for music. Like it's still like like now, like present day, I feel like they're a very strong industry. It just may not be as popular in the West because like people are like xenophobic or just like don't see the music as validating or like as good as the Western music and Western artists. But it's definitely like not a bad industry in terms of like people receiving music, I mean. All right, everyone, that was my reaction to your K-pop opinions. Let me know what you think. Should I do another one of these or not? Next week, I think it's probably gonna be Cube Entertainment. I think because I want to do Big Hit, but I feel like I want to wait a little bit longer to do a Big Hit video. But like Cube Entertainment, like Edon and the Hyuna situation, like I really need to get onto that. So I have a lot to say about them. So I think Cube is probably gonna come next, and then Big Hit down the line, and then let me know what other like in between week videos you guys want to see because I don't want to just make exposed videos. I want to have like different types of content, like I've said before. All right, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.